$1,000 going to the winner here to kick off our Labor Day weekend feature events. Here we go, everybody. It's modified time. So the Thundering Herd works to complete the first opening lap. It's going to be Stan Dodds in 14, getting in front of Travis Stemler, leading the way. Derek Passanier in third, David Melke fourth, Ed Reyes in fifth. Greg Smith rounding out in the sixth spot, looking to the inside of Reyes, trying to battle into the top five. John Pearson is seventh, eighth is Kavanaugh, ninth is Johnson, 10th is Keister. Battle for the lead still held by Stan Dodds as they work down the front stretch and into the turns 1 and 2. Travis Stemler, one of the best drivers in the state, currently second in the state standings for UMP Dirt Car, trying to make a run to the inside of Dodds, this time on a 4-0 doing. David Melke, meanwhile, trying to get around Derek Passanier. They continue to really fight it up in the top 5 cars. Travis Stemler to the inside of Stan Dodds there, wheel to wheel for the top spot as they work this time out of turn 4. Who's it going to be? It's still Dodds. David Melke has cleared Derek Passanier. Again, David Melke has already clinched the track championship here at Winston Speedway. He is up to third. He has won 10 feature events here this season. We'll see if he has any time with 20 laps to go to catch up to our front 2 cars of Travis Stemler and Stan Dodds. Oh, Stan Dodds into the wall in turn 4. He is off the pace and the caution flag is going to wave. That's Dave Melke, driver out of Gladwin in the number 87. He's going to set the pace for the rest of the field. As they work out of turn 4, we're back under green. Dave Melke riding the outside rim of this 3/8 of a mile dirt oval. He is turning the laps down. He is leading them right now. Putting down a lap time of 14:9.85. A 14:9.85. Derek Passanier up to the number 2 spot. Ed Reyes in third. Greg Smith is fourth. John Pearson in fifth. Brian Keister sixth. Dave Baker seventh. As everybody running single file, not wanting to give up the top side. But right now it is all Dave Melke. He is out front to a very healthy advantage already. Like we said, he's got 10 feature wins to his name, looking for win number 11 tonight. Derek Passanier running in the second spot. Ed Reyes in third. Greg Smith fourth. John Pearson in fifth. Sixth is Keister. Seventh is Baker. Eighth is Paul Johnson. Travis Stemler has worked his way up to ninth. 10th is Kevin Kavanaugh. David Melke is all alone out front. He's starting to see the back end of the first lap car, which could be the 7M of Brad Mann. Meanwhile, you've got Passanier running in the number 2 spot still. Eddie Reyes, Greg Smith, John Pearson holding down the top 5 spots. Nobody giving an inch. Everybody running the high side. Travis Stemler has worked his way past Dave Baker to get to the 7th spot. Make that the 8th spot now as he goes to the inside of Paul Johnson. They were wheeling and dealing off of turn number 2. David Melke has put Brad Mann a lap down with 9 to go. Looks like Cody Bauer is going to go off the racetrack. He's going to call it quits for tonight so far. Driver the number 83. David Melke shows the way. Derek Passanier in the number 2 spot. Ed Reyes, Greg Smith, John Pearson still your top 5. Brian Keister, Paul Johnson, Travis Stemler your top 8. Dave Baker put up a protest from Kevin Cavanaugh. That battle is for 9th. 5 to go as everybody works the leader, Dave Melke, working his way down the back straightaway. Everybody else taking 5 to go. Travis Stemler watching him march up. He's had to start at the tail of the field. He's already caught up to Paul Johnson, still battling for that 8th spot. Trying to use that inside groove, making that one work. Hoping to find some grip down there. Nothing doing. Brian Keister, meanwhile, has made the pass on John Pearson. That was for 5th. John Pearson gets up above the cushion, opens the door for Paul Johnson, Travis Stemler, and Kevin Cavanaugh. Pearson off the pace, way up above the cushion in 3 and 4. Gives away to several position now as Travis Stemler pulls the slide job across the nose of Paul Johnson, but leaves the door wide open down the back straightaway. That battle is for the 6th spot. Meanwhile, 2 to go signal given to your leaders. Dave Melke is at the back of the pack behind Jeff Erickson Jr. The last thing he needs right now is a caution. White flag is in the air. 1 left to go as everybody works their final circuit around the Winston Speedway. Your leader, Dave Melke, working his way right up behind the last pack of lead lap cars. Checkered flag goes to the Gladwin, Michigan driver. Well, folks, he wins the big trophy tonight for the UMP Dirt Car Modifieds. He's also got $1,000 going into his pocket. He comes to us out of Gladwin, Michigan, driving the Crumpets Elevators, Gladwin Metal Processing, number 87, rocket by Roman Race Car. He climbs out of the car. Make some noise, everybody, for David Melke. Like we said, David Melke already clinched the track championship here at Winston a couple of weeks ago. And he picks up his 11th feature win here tonight. All season long, 11 feature wins just at the Winston Speedway alone. And again, now he's going to try to chase down that 3rd straight UMP Dirt Car state title.
Rick's Repairs offers professional auto repair at a fair price. A Napa Auto Care Center, Rick is an ASE certified master auto technician. Heating and cooling systems, steering and suspension, shocks and struts, brakes, anti-lock and 4x4 repairs, drivability, tune-ups, electrical, engine repair, alternators, starters, clutches, clunks, rattles, and more. Rick's Repairs, 231-788-1830.
In the 150 years we've been in business, many things have changed. Our greatest achievements are rooted in the things that haven't. Years ago, the person you called banker was also the person you called friend. When it came to service, there were fewer layers and friendlier smiles. And banks earned the trust of their customers and community while working tirelessly not to lose it. At Independent Bank, all this remains true today. Sure, we've made advances that help customers bank more conveniently and more comfortably. But at the end of the day, we know that people really need a trustworthy partner committed to their financial goals, dreams, and aspirations. And we've been happy to be that partner since 1864.
ready to rock and roll. Thanks to ASAP Auto Sales for providing tonight's purse for the stock cars as the green flag waves. They are all over, helter-skelter through 1 and 2. Everybody finding the right groove and getting by each other. There, it is a hornet's nest from second on back. Caution is already out for the 12 of Travis DeWitt. All right, we're going to try this one again. This is our stock car invitational. We're ready to rock and roll. Out of turn 4, they work. Green flag in the air. All right, almost 3 wide for the number 2 spot as they work into turn number 3. Derek Poland all alone out front with the race lead in that number 13. Battle for second, Mike Eplis. Steve Outsma, shuffle back. Oh, Luke Hubble goes around. Everybody look out in turns 1 and 2. Top 10 as they work out of turn 4, green flag in the air. Here we go. Again, Derek Poland leading the way. Three cars going at it for that number 2 spot. Mike Eplet driving the bomber. It looks like he's hanging right there for a minute. Josh Fry manages to get around him. He'll get around Josh Sternberg as well, but Sternberg tries to answer back. Oh, he's going to clip Josh Fry a little bit. And Justin Giddings is going to have nowhere to go. He's going to spin, do the 360, and we're going to have the caution flag come out again. All right, back to green. Everybody's starting to single file up front. We have 3 laps in, 22 to go as Derek Poland leads. Josh Fry in second, Justin Giddings in third, Chuck Smith is fourth, Michael Clark is fifth, Mark Farber is sixth, Dan Wilson Jr. in seventh, Mitch Smith in eighth, ninth is Steve Oudsma. Luke Hubble up into the wall in 1 but keeps it going. Again, this is 2 classes racing. This is our street stock class normally and our bomber class. All the members are competing against each other tonight. And we are awarding $500 to the winner. And for the bombers, because most of their power, they do not have as much power as these street stock drivers do. So we are awarding $200 to the best finishing bomber in tonight's feature event. Right now, you know, some of the guys are hanging with them pretty well. Others are not. The 22 Dakota Crane spins around in turn 4, draws the caution. Back underway. As we've got a huge pile up on the front stretch. Holy cow, look out. All right, looks like everybody's ready to get back up underway. This time out of turn 4, Derek Poland leads. Here we go. All right, again, Derek Poland, your leader. Josh Fry in second, Michael Clark in third, Chuck Smith is fourth, fifth is Justin Giddings, sixth is Mark Farber, seventh is Mitch Smith, eighth is Dan Wilson Jr., ninth is Mike Eplet, 10th is Jared Bisson. Looks like the best running bomber is the 57 of Dan Wilson Jr., the 2014 track champion. Currently running 7th. Mike Eplet with trouble in 74. He's off the pace from the rest of the field as he's going to make the exit back to the pits. Derek Poland leads with 14 to go. Josh Fry, Michael Clark, and Chuck Smith round out the top 4. Mark Farber is 5th. Derek Poland works around the 2 lap cars, the 19 of Vanderstelt and the 22 of Dakota Crane. Lap traffic, almost. Vanderstelt almost got loose up into the 85 of Chuck Smith, but everything avoided it. Everybody avoided it. Everything's fine. Josh Fry continues to run in that number 2 spot. Michael Clark in 3rd. Chuck Smith 4th. 5th is Mark Farber. 6th is Justin Giddings. 7th is Dan Wilson. 8th is Mitch Smith. 9th is Jared Bisson. 10th is Luke Hubble. Trevor Vanderstelt is going to spin in turns 3 and 4, and the caution flag is going to wave. All right, here we go again, folks. Derek Poland leads them. Green flag. Poland out to a healthy advantage as you've got Michael Clark battling it out with Josh Fry for that runner-up position. Battle at the line side by side. Josh Fry's going to take it from Michael Clark. For now, we've got Mark Farber running in the number 4 position. Chuck Smith back to 5th. 6th is Luke Hubble. 7th is Justin Giddings. 8th is Dan Wilson. Michael Clark, an invader from Gary, Indiana, driving behind the wheel of that number 91 red stock car. As he's going to duck in line behind their second place driver, Josh Fry. And stick to that top side because that, as usual, is the preferred line of choice. This time by 5 to go. 15 laps complete. Derek Poland leads with over a second gap between him and Josh Fry driving that number 44. Michael Clark is 3rd. Mark Farber, Chuck Smith round out your top 5. Luke Hubble, Justin Giddings, Dan Wilson Jr., Mitch Smith, and Jared Bisson round out the top 10. Two to go signal this time. White flag the next time by. Derek Poland brings him down. White flag in the air. 1 to go. Michael Clark making one last protest for the second spot. Gets a little loose out of turn 2. He's going to fall behind Josh Fry. Meanwhile, working his way out of turn 4, Derek Poland is going to win it. Josh Fry will finish 2nd. Michael Clark will finish 3rd. Mark Farber 4th, and Chuck Smith will be 5th. He's out of the car. Make some noise for Derek Poland. Derek Poland picking up $500 and winning the stock car special tonight. Driving the Arizona Charlie's Truck and Auto Sales, number 13 Chevrolet.
Glow Sun and Shades, simply fabulous.
You have been kissed by the sun.
With over 50 years of combined experience,
The mechanics at Norton Small Engine Repair will keep you running right.
leaf blowers,
Snow blowers.
parts and service,
And when it comes to buying new,
think steel.
at Norton Small Engine Repair,
Quality service is your guarantee.
For nearly 9 years, West Michigan Driving Academy has been providing Muskegon County with complete, comprehensive driver's education. Students spend time both in the classroom and on the road in a state-approved driver's education vehicle with state-certified instructors. West Michigan Driving Academy is the only school in Muskegon that offers both day and evening classes throughout the summer. Accident-free with 150 years of combined experience, you will drive safe at West Michigan Driving Academy.
Wanted cars, trucks, vans. Sprague's Auto Parts offers top prices for your wrecked, junk, or unwanted vehicles. Cash on the spot. We pick up or you drop off. For more information, call 231-726-2988. Sprague's Auto Parts, 81 South Getty Street, Muskegon. We buy cars for cash.
A supplier of jets and tires, England Automotive specializes in drivetrain, air conditioning, and engine repair and replacement. England Automotive. Let the professionals do the job.
They are ready to rock and roll. 25 laps for $1,200. John McDonald and Steve Fairbanks on the front row. Green flag. Oh, look out. Car's already up into the wall. Johnny Mac spins as well. Caution flag is already out. They fire away out of corner number 4. We're underway. Matt Sprague gets up close to the barrier out of turn 2, regains control. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's going to be Steve Fairbanks. Tom Sprague to the inside of the 28 of McDonald. Caution flag is going to wait for the 10 of Matt Sprague, stopped in turn number 2. All right, they're bunched up, ready to rock and roll again. Here we go, green flag. Still helter-skelter through the middle of the pack towards the rear. Right now, Steve Fairbanks is showing the way in 51. Tom Sprague Jr. second, Matt Pickard in third, Johnny Mack in fourth. Couple of cars almost tangle here on the front straightaway. That time out of turn number 4, but up front, those cars are surely wheeling and dealing, putting down speeds you don't normally see. Caution flag on the finish. They work their way out of 3 and 4 again. We're back under green. Matt Pickard, the Grant, Michigan driver, driving in the 115, makes a protest for the lead this time by. He's going to have the top spot by a nose. Matt Pickard, your new race leader in 115. Matt Pickard leads. Steve Fairbanks, Tom Sprague, Johnny Mack, and Mike Wilburn. Those are your top 5. Scott Wennell is 6th. Bill Bray is 7th. Matt Sprague is 8th. 9th is Marv Burrows. Caution is out. Caution is going to wave. Mike Wilburn looks to be having problems. He's going back to the pit area. Green flag is in the air, though. We're back underway. This time by going to be 10 laps completed, 15 to go. It is still all Matt Pickard, Steve Fairbanks, Tom Sprague, Johnny Mack, and Matt Sprague, your top 5. Pickard turning about 14-second flat. Lap times around this Winston Speedway tonight. Showing the way behind him, Steve Fairbanks, 14.748 was his lap time. Tom Sprague, a 14.5. So he is possibly reeling in Steve Fairbanks right now for the second spot. But meanwhile, up front, it is all Matt Pickard all the time. This time by 15 in and 10 to go. Matt Pickard up into the wall. He's got sideways. The rear end goes up and over and down onto the speedway again, and the caution flag will come out. Back underway. Oh, Matt Pickard again, hard into the wall and upside down. Upside down. Red flag is going to come out. Oh, more contact and cars hitting each other over in turn number 3. And the red flag is going to come out. All right, we're back to green. Tom Sprague fires off with the lead. Steve Fairbanks, Johnny Mack, Mark Burrows, and Matt Sprague, your top 5. Laps to remaining in this main event for the Outlaw Late Models. Tom Sprague Jr. out to a very healthy lead in that number 21. Speaking of, we've got 21 complete, 4 to go. This time by 2 to go, signal for Tom Sprague. White flag to wave next time by. White flag in the air, 1 to go for Tom Sprague. Working his way out of turn number 4. Checkered flag goes to Tom Sprague Jr. Out of 4, here comes the second place finisher. It's going to be Steve Fairbanks. John McDonald in. Picking up the win, driving out of Muskegon in the Sprague's Auto Parts Rocket Chassis, number 21. Another feature win to add to his resume here at Winston this season. Makes the climb out of the car. Make some noise, everybody, for Tom Sprague Jr. getting the big trophy tonight to take home. Again, the big prize money, again, courtesy of our friends at Johnny Mac's Automotive.
Rick's Repairs offers professional auto repair at a fair price. A Napa Auto Care Center, Rick is an ASE certified master auto technician. Heating and cooling systems, steering and suspension, shocks and struts, brakes, anti-lock and 4x4 repairs, drivability, tune-ups, electrical, engine repair, alternators, starters, clutches, clunks, rattles, and more. Rick's Repairs, 231-788-1830.
A supplier of jets and tires, England Automotive specializes in drivetrain, air conditioning, and engine repair and replacement. England Automotive, let the professionals do the job.
At Bowman's Body Shop, we're proud to say you're driving home our reputation. Our team of highly skilled professionals uses the latest high-tech equipment to diagnose the extent of the damage to your vehicle. Bowman's Body Shop, 2846 Getty Street in Muskegon.
With 4 convenient locations, Jack's Corner Store is one-stop shopping at its best. Tools, fresh meats, produce, chips, snacks, and other grocery items, beer, wine, and liquor, even gas and lottery. That's why Jack's is your corner store and so much more.
As we're underway. Heidi Barnhart gets a little bump there from Christina Johnson. Those two made a little contact on the back straightaway. Everything straightens out, though. It looks like the leader of lap number 1 is going to be Christina Johnson in 1K. Heidi Barnhart in 2nd and 3. Bailey Weinbelt 3rd and 64. 4th spot belongs to the 44 car of Zach Burmeister, and 5th is the 12 of Madison Crane. Heidi Barnhart challenging for the top spot. She'll go side by side with Christina Johnson. Looks like this time out of turn 4, the new leader is going to be Heidi Barnhart. Johnson falls back to 2nd. Bailey Weinbelt is 3rd. Zach Burmeister is still 4th. Madison Crane rounding out the top 5. Now you see a battle for the lead again. Bailey Weinbelt in 64 gets a huge charge of momentum. She's going to get by the 3 of Barnhart. This time out of turn 4, another race leader. This time it's going to be Bailey Weinbelt. Five to go for Bailey Weinbelt, out to a very good lead. 2 to go signal going to be given to the field this time by Bailey Weinbell. 2 laps between her and All-Star Performance winner Victory Lane tonight. Checkered flag is going to go to Bailey Weinbelt in 64. Final time out of turn 4. The rest of the field will work. Who's going to get second place? Christina Johnson with a late charge. Oh, folks, she's out of the car. Make some noise for Bailey Weinbelt.
At Bowman's Body Shop, we're proud to say you're driving home our reputation. Our team of highly skilled professionals uses the latest high-tech equipment to diagnose the extent of the damage to your vehicle. Bowman's Body Shop, 2846 Getty Street in Muskegon.
With 4 convenient locations, Jack's Corner Store is one-stop shopping at its best. Tools, fresh meats, produce, chips, snacks, and other grocery items, beer, wine, and liquor, even gas and lottery. That's why Jack's is your corner store and so much more.
For 13 years, Jewett Heating and Cooling has been providing the West Michigan area with fast professional service and installation. A paying dealer, they specialize in the service of all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners, both residential and light commercial. With over 35 years of experience, Jewett is fully licensed with the EPA for lead removal. Jewett Heating and Cooling, your family-owned and operated heating and cooling specialist. 231-788-4287. Specializing in paint furnaces and air conditioning.
Camp Bell's Automotive and Towing, 24-hour towing and repair shop, all in one, specializing in foreign cars, as well as complete diagnostic for late models. Camp Bell's offers half-off towing if your vehicle is serviced there. If your car won't start or you need a fix, call 722-2796. Camp Bell's Automotive and Towing.
Grave Water Well Drilling specializes in household and irrigation. Whether you're building a new home or you need a new well, Graves Water and Well Drilling digs a 4-inch hole so you can have your pump in the well instead of in your basement.
Once again, 15 laps in length for this main event. They fire away off at turn 4. We're underway. Everybody takes it nice and easy into turns number 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. Dennis Bauer got contact from Mindy Holy at the back of the pack. All right, hopefully third time's the charm. They fire away off at turn 4. Green flag in the air. Green flag. Lap number 1 is going to be complete. Mike Goodwin is going to lead. Buck Spencer in the number 2 spot, followed closely by Chris Gagnon. Tim Stafford is 4th. 5th is Trent Musk. others are starting to catch up with what will be the first lap car, the 52 of Dennis Bauer. Mike Goodwin tucks underneath him, and he'll put him a lap down. Chris Gagnon follows in car number 97. Buck Spencer in the number 4 spot. 5th is Tim Stafford. Make that Ryan Hamm in the 5th spot, driving that number 5. Trent Musk is 6th. Randy Larrabee is 7th. 8th is Gary Larrabee. Now that's the race within the race, if you want to call it that. If Gary, driving the number 14, wants to have any shot at the championship that his brother currently is in line to get, he has to put one car in between them. But right now it doesn't look like Gary's got enough speed to get himself up to battle with Randy, as the caution flag will fly for the 52 of Dennis Bauer. Trent Musk in 5X, Gary Larrabee in 14, Randy Larrabee in 44. As they all bunch up, green flag back in the air. Here we go. Chris Gagnon doing his best to try to reel in the race leader, Mike Goodwin. But right now, Goodwin seems to be the fastest car on the racetrack, as he is showing the way and not giving up an inch in number 34. Buck Spencer is in the number 3 spot. 4th belongs to Ryan Hamm. Tim Stafford is 5th. 6th is Randy Larrabee. 7th is Trent Musk. 8th is Morgan Smith. 9th is Gary Larrabee, and 10th is Terry Woodard. Trent Musk getting a run on Randy Larrabee. That battle is for the 6th spot. Musk is going to clear him. Heck of a job by that young driver out of Muskegon at 14 years of age behind the wheel of that 5X car. Caution flag is going to wave. Fire away out of turn 4. We're back under green. With 3 laps to go, who's it going to be? Mike Goodwin has led all of the laps thus far. He seems to be wanting another one to end off the year. He's won multiple feature events so far this season. Gary Larrabee, however, has gotten in front of his brother, Randy. That race within the race, Randy Larrabee with problems in 44. Gary Larrabee is ahead of his brother, and he's got 2 cars in between them. This could mean Gary could win the championship. We're going to find out. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. How about that? Mike Goodwin Jr. commanding as ever, leading the field out of turn 4. He's going to pick up the win tonight. Chris Gagnon finishes 2nd, Buck Spencer 3rd, Ryan Hamm in 4th. Tim Stafford will round out the top 5. Meanwhile, down in victory lane, picking up another feature win in that number 34. Coming to us out of Muskegon. He is out of the car. How about it, everybody, for Mike Goodwin?
Low sun and shades. Simply fabulous.
You have been kissed by the sun.
Exhaust specialties, from trucks and cars to street rods and Model Ts. both foreign and domestic. Exhaust Specialties now includes brakes, shocks, suspension work, and minor engine repair. They use only heavy gauge stainless and aluminum pipe. They also feature custom jewels as well as a selection of lubes, oils, and filters and other auto parts. Exhaust Specialties is located at 5401 Apple Avenue in Muskegon.
When your transmission is in trouble, it is important to find reliable and honest mechanics. National Transmission will get the job done right. Located at 4037 East Apple Avenue in Muskegon, you can call them at 231-788-3244.
They work their way out of turn 4 to see the green flag, and we're underway. Brian Carson is going to lead the opening circuit around this fast 3/8 of a mile. Dirt oval racetrack. He is, like I said, a many-time winner. Trouble on the 74 of Paul Namey. Paul Namey with trouble in that number 74 River City Motors Honda. He's going to pull it down to the infield. Don't know if he'll be able to rejoin the pack. Looks like not. Brian Carson all alone out front. Christian Weinbelt in the number 2 spot. Adam Graben third. Fourth is Bob Halberstadt. This time by going to be 5 in and 10 to go for Brian Carson. Halfway signal shown to your leader, Brian Carson. 8 laps and 7 to go. Christian Weinbelt trying to do all he can from the second spot. Third is Halberstadt. He gets around Adam Grabe. It is all Carson all the time. Driving that number 1040. This time 10 in and 5 to go for Brian Carson. He continues to dominate this main event for the mini stocks. Brian Carson puts the laps down on 55 of Adam Grabe, as well as the 7H Bob Halberstadt. He's going to come out of turn 4 this time and take the white flag. 1 lap remaining in this main event. Working his way out of turn 4, checkered flag flies for Brian Carson. Well, folks, picking up the win. He's climbing out of his car. He comes to us out of North Muskegon. How about it for Brian Carson?
Camp Bell's Automotive and Towing. 24-hour towing and repair shop, all in one, specializing in foreign cars, as well as complete diagnostic for late models. Camp Bell's offers half-off towing if your vehicle is serviced there. If your car won't start or you need a fix, call 722-2796. Camp Bell's Automotive and Towing.
Grabe Water Well Drilling specializes in household and irrigation. Whether you're building a new home or you need a new well, Grabe's Water and Well Drilling digs a 4-inch hole so you can have your pump in the well instead of in your basement.
For 13 years, Jewett Heating and Cooling has been providing the West Michigan area with fast professional service and installation. A paying dealer, they specialize in the service of all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners, both residential and light commercial. With over 35 years of experience, Jewett is fully licensed with the EPA for lead removal. Jewett Heating and Cooling, your family-owned and operated heating and cooling specialist. 231-788-4287. Specializing in paint furnaces and air conditioning.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Winston Speedway recap here on our Wednesday night show here on Channel 96. Great to have you back with us again. Well, you saw highlights from our final racing night of the year at Winston Speedway up around just outside of Rothbury off of US 31. It was a full night. We celebrated our the Labor Day weekend in style. We brought in what are called the Outlaw Late Models. That's kind of a Labor Day tradition around the state of Michigan in the dirt track racing world. Late model drivers that you see around all the local tracks come in with about a 6 feet tall board that they put on the side of their cars. It really creates a lot more downforce on the cars and helps them go all that much faster. However, with that, there's a lot more possibility of guys blowing up their motors, so that's why it's kind of become a yearly thing. But we had them at Winston Speedway. We paid them $1,200 to win for that race. It was sponsored by Johnny Mac's Automotive. Heck of a main event for those guys. They came in. They were flying around this place. Although with that, we also saw a lot of caution events happen as well. Kind of delayed the race a little bit, but still, heck of a job up front. We had the 115 car, Matt Pickard. He was on a real tear. He had a very, very good lead. However, he ended up making contact with the outside retaining wall in turn number 3, and the rear end of his car ended up riding it. And who knows, obviously he looked like he wanted to continue, but then when he rejoined the race, it just looks like it didn't want to turn when he went back into turn 1 off of the restart, and he ended up crashing into turn 1 again. So that was rough for him, but that gave the lead to Tom Sprague Jr., the 2-time track champion in car number 21, and he went on to get up the feature win. Another fast car out there. All of them were performing well, but he was running second the whole time, and still one of a great win for him. And then the UMP Dirt Car Modifieds faced off in a 1,000 to win showdown presented by Port City Race Cars, and that ended up seeing our track champion this year, David Melke, the native of Gladwin, Michigan, pick up another win, his 11th of the season, and heck of a race car he had on his hands. Just got out in front of everybody, and there was no looking back. There was a little battle at the beginning between another couple of drivers. However, a caution caused them to both go to the rear. One of them went to the pits, and the other went to the rear of the field. Then we moved on the Stock Car Invitational, which paid $500 to win. That had a combination of both our street stock class and our bomber division, and we had a kind of a little competition there to see which bomber could finish the best among our street stock competitors. And the Bombers winner ended up being our champion this year, Dan Wilson Jr., as you would expect. One of the top performers all year long. He finished the best in that race against the stock cars, and he got $200 put in his pocket. And then the street stocks actually had Derek Poland pick up the win, and then green and orange number 13. He led the entire event. Very good run for him on Saturday night. Also saw our four-cylinder Warriors compete, 18-car field, a huge amount of cars on hand for that, and they paid $225 to win, presented by Sprague's Auto Parts. And that's where we saw Mike Goodwin, driver of the number 34, black and white car. He's been dominant all season long. Picked up another feature win on Saturday night. Just completely dominated that feature event with everybody else behind him, just trying to fight for position, but there was nothing doing. Had an exciting race within the races. You may have heard me refer to there as a battle for the championship. Gary Larrabee and Randy Larrabee, the two brothers, they were the only two in contention for the track championship, and it came down to Saturday night. And what happened was Gary Larrabee was trailing his brother by 3 points. He needed to have a car in between them. He ended up by the end of it, Randy, who had been running very well, ended up having some issues. I think he may have had some contact with some other drivers from what it looked like. I'm not sure, but either way, at least some mechanical issues, and it forced him to fall back to the rear, and Gary managed to put a couple of cars in between them. So Gary Larrabee jumped ahead of his brother and became the 2014 track championship. So that was exciting to watch within that race as well. And then our four-cylinder mini stocks held their main event. We saw Brian Carson, driver the number 1040. He's our 2014 track champion. He picked up the feature win, just pretty much pulled away with it right from the get-go and never looked back to pick up that victory. And then finally our Young Guns class, they've raced for a little money on their table. $75 to win. Not big money to most people, but big for all those young drivers in our opening division, as they call it for the kids, as they refer to it at the track. But we ended up seeing Bailey Weinbelt pick up the feature win there. Big win for her in number 64. One of the only times she's been to victory lane, and she manages to pick up the win again. And again, a part of the huge night that we had as part of our Labor Day holiday weekend, and we glad for all of you that made it out there to witness it in person. We appreciate all your attendance throughout the season, and again, we appreciate your viewership here on Channel 96 throughout the season as well. Really enjoy bringing all the footage to you here each and every Wednesday. But for now, that's going to wrap it up for us for the racing season. Hope to see you again in the spring. And again, we do have some remaining events too at Winston Speedway. You're feel free to check us out at racewinston.com or go to facebook.com and check out Winston Speedway, Rothbury, Michigan, for all the latest updates and information what we have going on. So on behalf of all the staff and management at both here at the track and cameraman Bill wheeling the show each and every week, my name's Brian Osborne. Everybody will signing off, and have a great night or day, and we'll catch you again next year.
For nearly 9 years, West Michigan Driving Academy has been providing Muskegon County with complete, comprehensive driver's education. Students spend time both in the classroom and on the road in a state-approved driver's education vehicle with state-certified instructors. West Michigan Driving Academy is the only school in Muskegon that offers both day and evening classes throughout the summer. Accident-free with 150 years of combined experience, you will drive safe at West Michigan Driving Academy.
Wanted cars, trucks, vans. Sprague's Auto Parts offers top prices for your wrecked, junk, or unwanted vehicles. Cash on the spot. We pick up or you drop off. For more information, call 231-726-2988. Sprague's Auto Parts, 81 South Getty Street, Muskegon. We buy cars for cash.
With over 50 years of combined experience,
The mechanics at Norton Small Engine Repair will keep you running right.
leaf blowers,
Snow blowers.
parts and service,
And when it comes to buying new,
think steel.
at Norton Small Engine Repair,
Quality service is your guarantee. Exhaust specialties, from trucks and cars to street rods and Model Ts. both foreign and domestic. Exhaust Specialties now includes brakes, shocks, suspension work, and minor engine repair. They use only heavy gauge stainless and aluminum pipe. They also feature custom jewels as well as a selection of lubes, oils, and filters and other auto parts. Exhaust Specialties located at 5401 Apple Avenue in Muskegon.
When your transmission is in trouble, it is important to find reliable and honest mechanics. National Transmission will get the job done right. Located at 4037 East Apple Avenue in Muskegon, you can call them at 231-788-3244.